So once you've completed either your hands-on buddy day or your hands-off buddy day, there are a ton of different areas where you can work in the shelter. So I'm going to list off just a few of the opportunities, but just know really the opportunities are endless. Anything that needs to be done at the shelter usually can be done by a volunteer as well. So for example, we always need people in laundry. Both locations, it is an endless task, and without clean laundry, we do not function as a shelter. So especially like if clinic doesn't have clean laundry, that's a problem. We can't do our 30 to 40 spay and neuters a day that we do here. So those who, I call them laundry angels, and some of them find it very relaxing. So if that is something that you're interested in, that is a hands-off, so you won't be interacting directly with the animals, but you'll be close to them. You can see them on your breaks. Also, our volunteer photographers. So they are so incredibly important. When the animals first come in, we do get their picture right away. Usually they're very scared looking, they don't look happy at all. So we want to make sure when people are looking online at our animals that they see what they truly look like and not terrified. So we do have a group of volunteer photographers. They come in, they get an in-kennel shot of our animals, and then afterwards they take them out and they'll do an out-of-kennel. We have a fabulous crew of photographers already on board that can help you get started with that, and so that is another buddy day. Kennel assistant, obviously, once you're done with that, you can come in, walk the animals, feed the animals, bathe them, which is also an option. So we have all sorts of supplies here, including we have a ton of brushes. We even have some grooming supplies, so if that's something that you know how to do or are willing to learn, we always have dirty dogs and cats. If you're brave enough to do the cats, bless you. So then afterwards, we usually try to make them smell real good, and then we have wonderful volunteers that make bandanas for our animals. So this doesn't get done as often as it needs to because we just don't have the groomers and bathers that we need. So this is obviously a hands-on opportunity, but if you want to get involved with that, there's some volunteers that come in and that's all they do is bathe our animals, and we're so grateful for them. We also have a program that's only at our West facility, and it's called the Petite Pet Project. And it's for any small dogs under 20 pounds who are considered problem children, those little tykes that haven't had many boundaries, or maybe they've just had a rough start and so they have behavior issues, sometimes medical issues, but generally it's behavior issues. And there's this dedicated, beautiful group of volunteers. They all work together, they're scheduled, it's very organized, and they're their own little part of the shelter here at West. So if you like small dogs, and you're willing to learn how to interact with them and rehabilitate them, then our Petite Pet Project might be a really great fit for you, and I know they would very much appreciate the help. Also, we have an endless amount of enrichment that we have to do. So our main goal is to care for these animals for the duration of the time that they are under our care. So if we're not providing them mental stimulation, then we're really doing them a disservice, and you will see them deteriorate in their kennel. So we need volunteers, and this can be hands-off or hands-on. It depends on where you want to take it. We just need volunteers to come in, stuff Kongs, take all other sorts of toys, freeze them, or make cookies, or as long as they're approved, and hand these out to the animals to give them something to do. Give them they don't get toys every day right now because we just don't have enough hands. So just know that if you want to do hands-off, but you want to see a lot of animals, in-kennel enrichment will have you seeing every single animal in our shelter. Small dogs, big dogs, cats, the medical wing, that is a great way to interact with them and really get to know some of our animals, but you don't have to actually physically handle them. We also have reserve animal control officers. We do, it's an extensive training, but we do have some volunteers that do go out in the field. They have their own trucks with the lights, and they go out into the community and do some education. They go out on the calls in order to bring in the dogs that have been called in. And so if you are interested in that, that is an opportunity for you, very hands-on in the community. And we are very grateful for our reserve officers. We also have a huge need for a cleanup crew. So there's a lot of volunteers and there's a lot of mess as we move our way through the shelter doing all of our projects. And so we really need a crew that's willing to keep us organized. Really, that would be a miracle. And the more organized we are, the more we're going to get done. So that is another crew that is very much needed. Playgroups, getting our dogs out of their kennels and allowing them to interact with dogs that have their similar play style. We need volunteers that can pull them out of their kennel while they let them play and then return them back to their kennel. And so that is a project with the behavior team. And so you can help with the behavior team. You can hook up with those staff members and learn about dog behavior, cat behavior, and how best you can help them. Let's see, I have my cheat sheet. We also need transport drivers, so you can take a few courses and then you can drive our county vehicles, and that is extremely helpful because we are always moving animals back and forth between the two shelters, to other boarding around the facility, around the valley, to veterinary hospitals, all sorts of reasons that we might even transport up to Utah, Sedona, Prescott. So having those drivers is so invaluable. So if that's something you're interested in, you can also be a driver. We always need help in clinic. Clinic is almost a 24/7 operation. We need so many volunteers back there that can give consistent time. So if you know of a day, every other week, every week, where you know that you're going to be available and can be here, clinic could absolutely use your help with cleaning, running dogs, watching dogs after surgery. There's a lot of different things that they need as well. And then our vet techs can do other projects elsewhere and we can get more done. So this is a snippet of all the different opportunities we have here at the shelter. So just know that I can guarantee we will find your niche somewhere. So every 6 weeks we will have a career fair here. So that's a chance and an opportunity for you to come talk to the ambassadors of each of these programs and really find out what each one needs and see if that might be a good fit for you. So I know you're going to start out as either a kennel assistant or maybe in the business office. So there's a few different ways, the hands-off buddy day or hands-on buddy day, but just know that there's so many different ways that you can branch off to that. And every 6 weeks we hold a career fair so you can learn more and find your niche here at the shelter.